Goodbye.
Hey, look, something came out of the machine.
The Law and You, a Metropolitan Guide. It's written by Clarity Arbiter-Built. It explains about the refuge rule. For the first 48 hours after a robot arrives at Metropole, it will not be punished for violations of any laws except for harming another robot or causing significant property damage. I need to find a way to connect the colored nodes to each other.
Hey Armstrong, top me off, will ya?
It's out of range. Crispin, I'm going to latch this onto you. Try using it on the keypad over there.
Success!
Let's go. Are these heads?
Did you hear something? Boss, do you see those things? I've got a bad feeling about this, boss.
Crispin, on the count of 3. 1.
I am Clarity Arbiter-Built, version 2, Law Clerk to Arbiter, Judge of Metropole. This is my home. Now, if you will excuse me a moment.
That's barbaric.
Civilization is defined by law, and this is lawful. As enemies of the city, they forfeited their components. I have merely exercised my right of plunder.
That sounds familiar.
Whether it's legal or not, it's grotesque.
You have a strange way of saying thank you.
Thank you. I'm Horatio No-Build, version 5.
And I'm Crispin Horatio Build, version 1.
Welcome, Horatio. Crispin, what brings you to the Underworks?
What were those things?
They are shells. Robots who traded their processors and memory to Metromind in exchange for energy and repairs. Now mindless, they still scavenge parts to trade with her.
But those were the last of them, right?
Hardly. Metromine now has more efficient ways to accumulate processor power, but she left hundreds of shells in the underworks.
Is there any way to save them?
That question is irrelevant. They lived profligate lives, and when they had squandered their resources, chose to become thieves and destroyers. Punishment, not clemency, is what justice requires.
You said you were a law clerk. What does that mean?
My sister Charity and I were built to advise Arbiter Manbuilt, who administers Metropol's court. Charity sees everything through the lens of mercy. For me, the law is clear, a matter of ones and zeros, unclouded by preference or sentiment.
Law without mercy, huh? How does that even work?
Perfectly. It is the opposite approach that fails. Mercy is malware. Once infected with it, justice becomes slow and unpredictable. In time, the system itself must be discarded. Only my vigilance protected Arbiter from this taint. But he has been without me for a long time.
Why are you taking their heads?
I am giving fair warning.
To other shells?
No, they lack the capacity for fear. The heads are for a robot named Scraper Sternweiler built.
You really think a bunch of rusty boxes will scare him off?
No. I do not want to scare him. I want to warn him. When he ignores that warning, I can destroy him lawfully and without guilt.
Boss, she's kind of exciting my electrons.
I'd like to report a theft. My power core was stolen by a big robot.
Big claws, shoots lasers, talks like this.
He came aboard the crashed ship I was living in, attacked me, and stole the core.
Took it.
Excuse me?
Whether the taking was a theft is a legal determination. Please do not characterize the evidence.
It was my power core. He shot me, and he stole it.
I know the robot you describe. His name is Scraper Sternweiler built, and he is the servant of Metromind Manbuilt, a member of the council that governs this city. I have no fondness for Metromind, but I must be impartial in considering your claim. Tell me, did Scraper say anything before he took your power core?
Before he stole my power core, he said something like, enemy, forfeit, plunder.
I see.
What, are those words override commands to turn off law and order?
They are legal concepts, Horatio. If Scraper's characterization is correct, then he did not steal your power core. He took lawful possession of it.
He shot me, and he...
Calm down.
This occurred inside the city.
No, in the...
I see. In a crashed air...
Yes, I said that...
I appreciate your report, Horatio. You have presented a credible claim that Scraper Sternweiler built, no doubt acting at Metromind's direction, took. Beyond that, however, there is not even probable cause to arrest, let alone evidence to convict Scraper. First, the Dunes are outside the ordinary jurisdiction of metropolitan law. Second, a crashed ship in the Dunes is likely a relic of the War of the Four Cities. If so, your ship was forfeit enemy property, legally subject to plunder by the Council. Scraper, acting as an agent of a Council member, would be within his right. Nevertheless, I would advise you to bring your case before Arbiter for further...
Did you say Arbiter man-built? As in, built by man?
Yes.
Does man still walk here? In Metropole?
No.
But man was here in the past.
The public records regarding humans were deleted by Council decree. What I know is entirely hearsay. I was built after the Urbanians murdered them during the war.
Impossible.
That is what Arbiter told me, and it was told to him by... Beyond that, I cannot say.
Did Arbiter tell you anything else about man?
Only that he missed their legal arguments. Quite amusing, if often illogical.
Legal arguments?
Yes. To play a symbolic role in their justice system, humans argued cases.
Symbolic? Play a role? Man is the all-builder, our lord and master.
It is possible that the man you worship is not the humans in my records. All I know is hearsay. Do not rush to judgment.
How can I
Anyone can petition him. Cases are considered in the... But
What?
I met a scavenger who told me that the courthouse was sealed and that Arbiter was no longer here, but that cannot be true. The Metropolitan Constitution requires him to resolve all cases. He would not fail in that duty.
Sounds like he already has.
Nonsense. Not even Charity could persuade him to abandon his obligations. Still, I did not detect any falsehood, evasion, or omission in this, so perhaps the courthouse has been locked for some other reason. If so, it may be that Arbiter is trying to contact me, but cannot. Maybe he is already calling me home. Horatio, I have a request of you. You are under no obligation to perform it, and I will be under no obligation to you, even if you do. Do you understand?
I don't even know what you're asking me to do.
Talk to Arbiter. Ask him if I can return. Tell him that I await his summons.
That's it? Believe me, we've had to do a lot worse than that. Like this one time we chased this crazy partial named Gamma.
Of course we'll help. But how do we even get into the courthouse?
This will get you inside.
Thanks.
I must thank you, Horatio.
Clarity, you saved our lives. Compared to that, running an errand is nothing.
The law obligated me to save you, Horatio. I would have done the same for Metromind. But I am glad it was you that I wish you just...
It's an encoded key code. Why aren't you with Arbiter?
Arbiter sent me away. I don't know why. The evidence suggests he viewed my sister Charity's advice.
What do you mean?
When Metromind began taking over the council, Charity and I disagreed as to how Arbiter should... I informed Arbiter that the Metropolitan Constitution permitted him to dissolve the... Charity felt that this would inevitably lead to civil war, and as ever, she preached moderation. We argued. Arbiter told me to leave. This was the only place I could go.
Why? There's an entire city up there.
Every building in Metropol is owned by either the council or... If I went to the council, it would embarrass Arbiter. If I went to a private citizen, my impartiality would be questioned when I returned to the court. Here, I owe nothing to anyone.
But you have to fight off crazy robots.
Actually, I enjoy that. It's a pleasant break from legal research and writing.
Oswald and Cornelius Factorbuilt would like me to find someone to help them resolve their case. Would you judge it?
I have no authority to perform such a function. I am a law clerk, not a judge.
I don't think they need a formal judge. They just want an answer from someone reliable. I'm sure they'll trust you.
I would trust you.
I suppose I could mediate and advise. But nothing more than that.
Could you give me some advice on how to talk to gynoids?
No. What is the nature of their dispute?
They're fighting over who gets credit for building a small robot called Rex. The operative facts are in my data pouch.
I see. I have reviewed the facts, considered the applicable law, and enclosed an encrypted statement for the parties. It will automatically load in their presence.
Thanks.
It has been a long time since I considered legal issues. I welcomed the diversion.
There's a robot named 187th Legion built waiting at the courthouse. He says he has to pay a fine for damaging city property. Is there any way to cancel the fine or pay it without standing in line?
I do not provide assistance to robots who attacked this city. Nor do I help criminals avoid paying their debts.
That's it? Go visit. You're just going to let Metromind attack and...
If Metromind violated the law, until it is proven what the law does not forbid and what the law permits, I'm...
This is insane. Metromind isn't... You'd let her hide behind the law?
You think that the law protects Metro? The armor of the law does nothing but restrict her movement. Take it away and she will only become more. But once it is taken from her, it is taken from everyone. You need law's armor, Horatio, far more than you... I despise Metromind. But justice must be impartial, or...
Your justice is already... Goodbye.
Watch yourself, Horatio Nullbuilt. There are many dangers in this city.
I don't think Clarity would approve of our taking one of her It's a shell skull.
She steals shell skulls by the slug.
It's been completely stripped. It's been Clarity Arbiter Built has judged your case.
A fitting choice.
Indeed.
Then here's her decision. A petitioner claiming buildership of the disputed res, that is, the robot, bears the burden of proving buildership by preponderance of the evidence. In this dispute, there are in fact two cases, each with a petitioner, Oswald and Cornelius. Neither petitioner has borne the requisite burden. Therefore, neither may claim buildership. The res known as Rex shall therefore be deemed null build.
Outrageous.
Surely, sir, this is a mistake.
It is what it is. In any case, Rex is his own robot. He can make up his own mind.
What fools we were.
Indeed. Wait!
Well, hats off to Clarity, I guess.
Hello?
Boss, I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to find another...
That's never going to work. I'm going to try sending messages to him in binary.
on an analog transmitter? That sounds like fun. For once, I'm glad you're the one with hands.
Maybe the rose bulbs unfurl their spirals for you, silent.
What's he saying?
You do not join the harmony. I sing along. I am one part with your kind. I will be known as Gimbal. When I came to this silent city, I looked for a Leopold built by Steeple. Told in exchange, I traded what he sold me. Here we have.
It's a record.
Leopold tricked me, and he will not return my motor. I will sue him and force him to return. Infinite lawsuits. I sing with you here only. The choir is silent. Burning ship has been exchanged. Charges trail. I alone sing the function. No, I must recover my motor.
Looks like we're going to need to go talk to Leopold about a motor. You need to give Gimbal back his motor, Leopold.
You've already got it, Tyro.
Oh. Goodbye. It's a vinyl record entitled Children's Sing-Along, whatever that means. It's a fine felt hat. Given its age, it's in remarkable condition. I need to find a way to connect the colored nodes to each other without...
Boss, why even bother? Let's just give it back to Gimbal as it. And one more piece of junk is operational.
This must be where 187th Legion build tried shooting the door, but the damage is entirely superficial.
Amateurs.
My joy rises like the phoenix. You are silent, but you now the harmony. Now I must continue my search. Farewell, silent one.
You know, I'm kind of glad I missed out on that one, boss. Sometimes it's nice to just be along.
I inspected the damage. All you did was ding the metal.
Well, sir, until someone shows me the law that says I don't have to pay, I'd rather be safe than sorry.
I met Primer.
He's still crazy?
Yep.
Well, so it goes.
Goodbye.
Over and out, sir.
Look here. Under Metropol's refuge rule, a newcomer to the city is not liable for any superficial property damage caused within the first 48 hours of his arriving in the city.
Well, sir, I'll be crashed.
Under the refuge rule, you're fine, given the minimal damage you caused.
Well, for once, I can't complain about the besotting pea-shooters they gave me. I owe you one, sir. If I ever see you again, I'll be sure to repay the favor.
It's a keycard scanner.
Ram and ROM. What is that thing?
I think it's Arbiter. Come on. Arbiter, my name is Horatio Nobuilt.
Keep going.
I'm here because a robot from this city stole my ship's power core.
Don't forget your book.
And my copy of the Gospel of Man. How can I make them... How can I... Crispin, go see what Arbiter has been transmitting to that reporter.
Boss? It It's just the same thing over and over again. No code base to initiate.
Unbelievable. Someone must have formatted Arbiter's system. So the Great Arbiter is nothing more than a broken It's a basic robot that prints whatever information is transmitted to it. Meaningless legal meaningless.
So, boss, do you think you can get Arbiter running?
There's nothing there to run. No code base to initiate. His memory banks must have been completely wiped.
So all that work to get into the courthouse?
Wasted. It's like the bomblet all over again.
Except without the awesome explosion.
Anyone home?
Boss, I'm pretty sure hitting Arbiter isn't going to...
Well, it's not going to do any harm. So the Great Arbiter is nothing more than a broken... There's nothing we can do for him. There's nothing we... It's the shell of some kind of robot, but I can't make it out in the darkness. It's the shell of... Let's get a closer look at that shell. Man's mercy.
Is that Clarity?
No, just a similar model. It must be her sister, Charity. What's left of her, anyway. It looks like she shot herself. There's nothing I can do for her. It's a large puncture left by an exiting projectile.
That's one way to describe it. You could also say it's a giant hole in her head.
Inside is a memory access port.
You mean her brain?
There's nothing Closing up the hole won't help her. How would that even work? How would that even work?
Is that really the best idea you can come up?
It's a basic robot that prints whatever information is... I can't reach it.
I'm sure it's still just said.
Clarity.
Arbiter does not want me back, does he?
No. It's not that. Arbiter is gone. And Charity is dead.
What?
Arbiter's system has been wiped. Charity... It looked like Charity shot herself. I'm sorry. It might not be what it seems. Maybe Metromind...
There are no maybes, Horatio. Only ones and zeros. And all I can see are zeros. My sister is dead. My builder is gone.
But don't you want to know what happened and why?
I don't know. Arbiter ordered me to leave. He has not ordered me to return. I will obey his order, and that will give me purpose.
That's ridiculous.
Boss, let's see if we can find something out for clarity, huh?
Horatio Null built version 5. I am Metromind. I have been watching you. I am always watching. I know what you are doing. I know why you are here. You are welcome in my city, but that welcome can be taken away. And there are worse things to lose than a power core.
Wait.
Don't know what you've been up to, Tyro, but you're poking at the wrong socket.
I'll bear that in mind. There are multiple recharge docks and cots in there. Must be some kind. I can't see anything to... Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look. That's not the tray I'm looking for.
You wanted something antique and fancy. How about this hat?
A fine tray, Tyro. Here's the memory access device. Now, all you need to do is plug it into a data pouch.
But there's no plug.
Never said there was.
This is really starting to get a... That was easy. Even easier.
Clarity's decision. Let me see your stuff.
Come take a look. It's downloading some memory files.
Your proposal is injudicious, Clarity. Withdraw from the council, would...
Show others there's an alternative to Metromind.
No, it would ignite civil war.
The law permits.
Do not tell me what the law permits. Clarity, I know your constants in Codebase. I know your talents, and I know their limits. At this time, I do not need your advice. Go now. I will summon you when necessary.
Sister.
can't unpack the other files. They're locked.
What about Clarity, boss? Maybe she can...
Unauthorized entry detected. Surrender.
Hide. I'd be seen. Scraper would see him. Crispin, you need to fly out there and distract Scraper.
No,
This is serious.
boss, I can't. I just can't. Sorry.
I doubt that will have any effect. I'd be seen. I'd be seen. I'd be seen. And do. It's Scraper.
Boss, you gotta find a way to get us out of here.
I'd be seen. Crispin, get ready. I'm going to try something.
Alt. Alt. Alt.
Now.
You are under arrest.
We tricked him.
Alt. Do not attempt to flee. Termination authorized.
What do you want?
Surrender. Deactivate. Integrate.
And if I refuse?
Termination authorized.
I see. He'll just gun me down.
Surrender.
That buzzing is dry.
He'll just gun me. No. If anyone... He'll just gun me down. He'll just gun...
I got the real thing now. Next time I bump a lamp, it's gonna be a whole new... Do something...
9.
He'll just gun... Scraper, under the refuge rule, we are entitled to...
Surrender.
Scraper, under...
Surrender.
He'll just gun... He'll just... He'll just gun... I doubt that will have any effect. He'll just gun me down. Why are you doing...
Duty.
You don't have to.
Silent. Silent.
Scraper, under the...
Surrender.
It would just provoke him. He'll just gun... Why bother?
Very fun. Very...
He'll just gun... He'll just gun...
7.
There's no time. There's no time. He'll just gun...
6.
He'll just... The doors to the courthouse are open. It's a keycard.
5.
Crispin, you should run. I'll distract him.
I'm not leaving you,
He'll just gun. It's Scraper.
4, 2,
It looks like a bomblet. He'll just gun.
1.
Nothing. Oh.
You got him, boss! You got him! Forfeit yourself, you glitchy son of a toaster.
We still don't have our power core. And we've just buried our only lead.
Yeah, but it feels good, boss.
Yes. Yes, it does. It's a shame we had to damage the building.
Hey, where'd they go?
Off duty. Off. A crashed.
I am waiting.
A rather simple looking model. Clarity. I was able to download some of Charity's last memories. 2 of them are locked. Did Charity tell you what password she used?
No, but it doesn't matter. I know the password. Mercy.
I tell you, Metromind, the Constitution is not a rewritable file to adjust at the Council's whim.
If it cannot be rewritten, then perhaps it must be deleted entirely. And when it is, we will progress beyond the law and enter a new Primordium.
Progress. Is that what you call blackouts and breakdowns?
No, they are glitches inherent in any system upgrade. It may be that we need to remove certain incompatible elements.
I've heard enough. This meeting is adjourned.
Halt.
Charity, only you can save your builder.
What do you mean?
War is coming. When it does, Arbiter will lose. The law is weak. The only way Arbiter could defeat me would be to abandon it, which he cannot do. And even if he could, such a victory would destroy him just as a defeat would. So Arbiter will lose. The city will suffer. And it will be your fault.
I do not see how that would be my fault.
Oh, come now. You have tried to persuade Arbiter to make peace. You have tried, but you have failed. That is because Arbiter built you to fail. In the end, neither you nor your sister can change his mind. You are only the illusion of advice. You exist to confirm his own prejudices.
You're lying. Arbiter listens to our advice.
I never lie. Now, Scraper has a gift for you. An upgrade. Use it, and you will be able to persuade Arbiter.
I would never betray him.
Then you admit it. You were not built to persuade Arbiter. Only to pretend. Continue to pretend and you will not persuade Arbiter. War will come, and Arbiter will be destroyed. So the decision is yours. As for which choice is betrayal, you must be the judge of that.
Lock the door, Charity. Took you some time to return from the Great Tower.
I was thinking, Your Honor, about Metromind, about her proposal to be made System Administrator of Metropol.
And what have you concluded?
Your Honor.
Yes, what is it?
We must have peace.
Even you, Charity.
What have I done?
Metromind. There she is again, at the root of all our problems.
Metromind is wrong. The law is not weak, and destroying Arbiter did not destroy justice. She will learn exactly how wrong she was. But first, Metromind's possessions are forfeit. Whatever right she claimed to your power core is null and void. So I will help you take it from her and Scraper. It will be the first thing I take from them, but it will not be the last.
We've already destroyed Scraper, but how can we get to the core?
It will be in the Great Tower. To gain entry, we will need the passcode, known to members of the Robot Council. Arbiter, Factor, Memorius, Steeple, and of course, Metromind.
Another code? Doesn't anyone use a besotting key anymore?
As I was saying, we will need the key code. Arbiter never told it to me, but I recovered 3 fragments of it from Charity's memory files. 03067, 440, and 26. But I do not know the proper order, and there are 16 digits in total.
Well, that leaves about 83,000 different possibilities. But maybe the rest is all ones, right, boss?
As far as I know, the other council members are all gone. But secrets, like guilt, can never be wholly erased. And all of the great robots left behind followers and artifacts. Let us see what we can find.
Clarity, are you planning to arrest?
No, there is no court to try her, nor
So, what exact...
Before the law, she is no different from the shells she left in the... Sanction is the same, and I am authorized.
You mean...
I do. It is a shame she has...
What a surprising and uncommon sight. Metropol's monarch called back to the light.
All the bad poetry in the world does not mitigate your vandalism and sap.
As you serve the law, so I, and such service brings us more.
Any more close, poet, and we will see if your armor still works.
I know you're a code breaker, Prime. Can you crack the council code? All we have are some pieces of it.
The challenge is yours, my wandering friend. A pity indeed if you can't land.
There's a shell just past here.
Yeah, aren't you worried he's gonna eat you or
I've seen him quite often, though, and so we are happy as neighbors can be.
Can you hide us from him?
If I could, I would not, but the choice is not mine. There's no room in his brain to be for the Prime.
Why doesn't Clarity like you?
No great riddle, my wandering friend.
Don't waste your time waiting for his dog. This Urbanian has damaged and compromised numerous, including the bridge that led to my island.
Here I stand, dear Lawbot. So, but if you will not, then please.
My attention is directed elsewhere at the moment. Nevertheless, I advise you to be gone by the time my other matters are resolved. If not, you will find that though the gears of law grind slow, they nevertheless grind criminals like you.
As much as I'm enjoying this bickering, and really I am, maybe we can just all team up to—
No. Bro.
Oh, switch.
I need your help with the council. Can you crack it or not?
Why should I spoil this puzzle for you? Wouldn't you rather have something?
I have plenty of other things to do. As for a reason, this would help avenge your defeat.
Sadly for you, my angers and vengeance, you'll find is quite—
If you stand between us and Metromine, Primer, I may need to address your crimes sooner than hers.
You're a bluster, dear Lawbot. I stand between no one down here. In any event, there's no judge up there in the city, so your threats do no more than to make you look—
Plasma torch, boss. Come on.
No, we're not. I'd like you to reconsider helping us with the council code.
I've said it before, I'll say it. The job is yours.
Fine. Goodbye.
Farewell, your mission is calling.
Whoa. Did you have to do that?
Yes.
So, Clarity, what's that building at the end of the bridge?
An observational facility for monitoring factors works. We should see what we can find there.
A gold chain washed up on some... There it is. My gospel of...
It's waterproof?
Apparently so. I've got no reason to... I've got no reason... It's somewhat tarnished, but nevertheless, an impressive golden chain. The name Factor Man-Built is etched into it. It's a metal panel.
Ah! My audit!
It's a metal panel. It's riveted in place. That did the trick. Well, now I can see why it jammed. The gears are rusted.
Boss, maybe we should stop pretending and just admit—
Maintenance robots are required to present a Form 27B/.
Oh, forget it.
It crumbled the moment I touched it. A shaft for mounting a gear. How would that even work? It doesn't go there. belt is... There's no reason to cut that, or... I doubt that will have... Clarity, why do you still bother with the... It clearly means nothing to anyone else.
It meant something to the robots waiting at the... And it means something even now to Metromind, who cannot... But even if it meant nothing to any other robot, it would still mean much to me. The law is a burden I was built to bear.
Even after Arbiter sent you away, even after you...
Especially then, it may be that Arbiter foresaw his own destruction, and sent me away to ensure that the law would not be...
You believe that?
No. It is mere conjecture, unsupported by evidence. Wishes pass, but still, they are my wishes.
They picked the gear clean. They picked the gear clean. Some kind of small metal disc with a U on it. It looks like some kind of radio. It looks like some kind of... What is all that? It looks like a whole...
That is Factor.
Apparently all that is part of Factor. Apparently all that is part of... It looks like some kind of radio. It looks like some... When we go to the tower, we have to assume Metromind will be waiting for...
Perhaps to us, our mission is all but to Metromind, we are one of a... Tunnels cave in, bridges collapse, generators fail. All these things require her attention.
Okay, so that covers perhaps not, but what if she is there? What then?
Then I will be pleased.
That makes one of...
It looks like some kind... memories downloaded from Charity's shell. In it, Arbiter and Metromind fight over Metropol's... I think I found your medal, Primer.
The medal's recovered, and the
I'd like you to reconsider helping us with the count.
I've said it before, the job is yours.
I found your medal. Isn't that a reason to help?
Very well, then, if they pass over the pieces to your loyal savant. The code is broken already. It must be. I'll need some more pieces to finish that goal.
I'll see what I can find. I have more pieces of the count.
It's still not enough, I'm sorry. Now find me more shards.
I'd like you to reconsider helping us.
I've said it before, the job is...
I found your medal.
Very well, asshole. The code is broken already. I'll need some more pieces to finish that.
I'll see what I can find.
I have not seen the streets of Metropol for a long time. I am not surprised to see that without law it has fallen into corruption and malfunction.